255 for 3. Nagamutu bowls. Williams goes back, plays off the back foot. There's more runs here. A diving save by backward point. Can cut it off. Hits the boundary now. 259.
Rayon King, who has maybe improved the tournament progress, doesn't start all that well. 20 wickets on this belt. He's on his way in bowls, and that's edged out of the reach of Chandrapal at slip and down towards third man for 4. Year's tournament is back and cutting down towards the backward point boundary. Glorious shot for 4. Outside the line of the Aston King, too short. Suresh Danny Ram was the tea time guest. Lots of personalities in on. This is clipped away over mid-wicket and into the boundary for 4. King string on the line of the leg stump, and Williams almost with this day and dispatching that to the boundary, and he goes up by 4. He goes now to 141. King, who is not in that squad, comes in and bowls, and that's cut away down towards the backward point boundary. It's going to go a long way. 3 men in hot pursuit. All 3 will give up the chase. Kush from third man to his right.
Benito Willett. So McGarrell comes up once more, and Willett is getting a delivery that is whipping out towards a forward square leg. The ball is running across the outfield here. It goes into the boundary, and that's 4 runs. So Darlington goes past umpire Burble to Williams, who's driving. Lovely shot. We'll get a run because there's, well, perhaps we'll even get 4. Well placed. It's running across the outfield. Perhaps we'll be pulled back. Yes. Azmal Hanif does well on the cover boundary. They're coming back for the 3rd one. The return comes for Stuart Williams. And that is in fact the 150 for Stuart Williams. Adams, Morton, Joseph all back in the pavilion for North, 96 and 25 respectively. Darlington is in, and Willett will get a run. Steers this one between the first slip and backward point. They've crossed for 1. Will they come back for the 2nd? Yes, they are coming back as the return comes in, taken by Azib Ali Hanif.
So McGarrell continues. He bowls to the Williams. Williams waits and hits that smoothly through the gap. 4 runs. Allowed the ball to pitch and then came down hard with a little bend in the knee. That's 14. Waits to McGarrell between the umpire and the wicket. Brings him forward. A big appeal for a cut behind. He's out. McGarrell has struck. Quick delivery. Just spun away. Played defensively. Batsman walked. Umpire Doctorov gave the decision. And finally this partnership has been broken. Partnership came together 251 and going at 305.
And he's back, and that's edge down towards third man. Hooper's going round the wicket, and it's going to be Chatter going into the boundary. He is going to run for all he's worth, but he can't pull it back. And Stuart Williams will now go up to 165. Other team will be looking for an upset. That's tugged away through mid-wicket, and that's gone for 4. Here is McGarrell, left arm orthodox spin bowls. That's punched away into the offside. Lovely shot. That's gone for 4 more. Outside the line of the off stump. And really, we've seen a lot of boundaries scored today, even in the dying stages.
A fabulous reply by the Leeward Islands, 329 for 4 at the close of play on day 3. Stuart Williams smashing his 3rd century of the season, 176 not out in an imperious 2nd wicket stand with Ranaka Morton. The 2 Novitians putting on 201 for that 2nd wicket, 96 for Morton. Bowling for the Guyanese, a wicket each for King, Darlington, Nagamutu and McGarrell. The action from day 4 when we return.
How many more times?
John King, entertainer, on the CARICOM Single Market and Economy.
Just imagine, no work permits for me to perform in the region. No duties on my CDs, no hassles with moving money. And best of all, one united front to combat piracy. One Caribbean market. There's something in it for me.
The CARICOM Single Market and Economy. One people, one market.
Dyslexic people may not always see things the way we do. But they can sometimes see things in ways we can't.
So 329 for 4 then the Leeward Islands score. They need 163 more runs to take the first innings advantage and a spot in the final, since clearly this match is now heading for a draw. Stuart Williams on 176, Ian Tittle on 6. They're at the crease at the start of the final day.
It's a battle also above, with the sun trying to come out through the clouds. There's lots of dark clouds away to the east. That's a danger area. And McGarrell with the first delivery of the morning bowls to Williams. Williams is forward and drives up towards King at mid-off. And there is no run. There is a slight drizzle also. Nagamutu from the commentary box end bowls, and that's a ball that was spinning a long way as it pitched on the line of the middle and leg stump. And in fact, it was parried away by McGarrell at the slip as Williams was pushing forward. Not maybe have had so many people, and maybe as the day progresses we'll see a lot more people coming into the ground. That's a lovely shot, ball pitched up and driven square off the front foot down towards the backward point boundary, and Darlington just running back to retrieve the ball. So nice shot from Tittle. He's off the mark with a boundary in much the similar fashion that Williams was off the mark with a boundary. He's gone into double figures. He's 10, 3, 38 for 4. 10 to Tittle, the left-hander back in strike. 182 to Stuart Williams, and Nagamutu will now come round the wicket. Strong breeze, chilly conditions, and lots of crowd cover above. That's a ball that kept very low, and he's bowled him. Well, that's a delivery you couldn't do much about that, Neil Barry. It was on the line of the off stump. It was short. You had to go back to that type of delivery. It scuttled through and turned a little bit too, and the important breakthrough from Guyana here with Tittle going back, and for the third time I think in this competition being bowled with a ball that pitched outside the line of the off stump and turned back. He's gone for 10, and the Leeward Islands losing an important fifth wicket. They're now 339 for 5.
They would want to try and see the back of this man, Williams.
McGarrell is in, and he's lifting this one high and hard, over long up. That's gone a long way, and that goes into the stand at the far end for 6. Stuart Williams on the go here at Albion. He pushes on to 188, and that shot will really break the shackles for just the moment. There's a slip waiting, a silly point. Nagamutu confident, and he's going back and gets a delivery. Well played by Stuart Williams. Deft control out towards backward point. They've crossed for 1 quite quickly. They're coming back for the second. And will they come back for the third? This is good running between Jacobs and Stuart Williams. He gets there eventually, but was slow to get off the mark, coming back for the third run, and was coming to the end that he thought was the non-danger end. But the fielder, that's McGarrell, had the presence of mind to throw at this end. I thought it was the end of the over. He's on 199, and he's working this ball on the offside. That's his double century. Well played, Captain Stuart Williams raises his bat to the pavilion and acknowledges the support of the crowd here at the Albion ground. Good support and well played. He has really come good here, Captain Stuart Williams. His first double century at this level, and 200 exactly, 358 for 5, and he has batted in the same vein as a Carl Hooper. It's going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Nagamutu is in, he's going back and punching this one. 2 extra cover. The ball is screaming across this lightning fast outfield. Into the boundary it goes now, and that's 4 runs to Stuart Williams. Short delivery, spun across him, stood up straight, and banged it. Take that, 4 runs. Good crowd nonetheless for 4th day. But this match is quite intriguing indeed. It's far from over. King motors in to Williams, going back and punching the ball. 2 extra cover, and no ball as well. It's racing across the outfield. Will have enough legs to get into the boundary, and cushions, that's McGarrell. It gets into the boundary, and 4 runs. So that's 5 runs to the total.
And a keeper who can average about 28 or 30, 31. King bowls, Jacobs, over the head, down to the boundary for 4. As simple, as nonchalant as possible. King pitched up, strong shoulders, and hit that over the head, straight over the head of King, down to the boundary for 4. He goes to, I think, 8.
Darlington with just a solitary slip, no gully, bowls, and that's outside the off stump, and nicely played. That's a glorious shot for 4. Beautiful shot. He was on the back foot and punched it with no real power, all timing. There's an old calypso song. Whenever you talk about cricket, water come from the sky. Those who buy season ticket, water come from their eye. And Guyana is called a land of many waters, and that's not because of the rain that falls when there's cricket here. It's because of our many rivers. I think we've got 365 islands in the different rivers across Guyana. But as